Hey, everybody. Thanks as always for tuning into P-Dub's Arcade Loft. We always appreciate it when you come and hang out upstairs with us. So we got some early morning gaming news. I've been up early, so I figured why not just do a quick live stream? I mean, this should only take about 10, 15 minutes at the most, hopefully. Talking about some interesting topics in this little home arcade niche that we all know and love. And I figured, since I was up early, I was dressed, I was shaved, I was showered, getting ready to work from home. Um, I figured I would just go live and do like an early morning news bite stream. So what you call it? Michael B's here. Don't you ever work? Mike, I beat you to the punch today. Ha ha ha. I'm just kidding, man. Anyway, so we got some interesting news. We got to talk about Iconic Arcade. Delayed again. Delayed again. It's starting to become a running joke, but then again, it could all be done. This is the nature of business. It takes a while for shit to come out, but it's getting kind of silly. It's getting kind of silly. Iconic Arcade delayed again. Basic Fun Arcades has released, or I'm sorry, they've updated their Arcade Classics Amazon store with their upcoming products. And there's a couple things I wanted to talk about that I saw on that store. And then, of course, we've been saying for years, we've been hearing it for years. Is Arcade1Up dead? We've been hearing this for years, right? Arcade1Up is dead. Arcade1Up is dead. But is it possible that with the interview that this guy Rob over at Arcade1Up did just a couple days ago with Cogs R Us at the Comic Con, is it possibly that is the interview that confirms that they are deader than the attendance at a Pauly Shore movie? I mean, it was a rough little interview to watch. I just want to talk about it a little bit, as well as send you guys over to that interview from B Kong. But yeah, guys, early morning. Let's have some fun. Strap in, grab the coffee. This shouldn't take too long, I promise. All right, guys, how are you doing? Good morning. Good to see all of you. Let's see if any of you are even here, because I don't have like windows open where I can see everything. So we got the real Zim is here. We got Steve Sale. Steve's recovering from COVID. Big thoughts and prayers to Steve. You make a quick recovery, buddy, and we see you on the golf course before you know it. Steven's here. The real Zim is here. J Rod, Galga Guy, Michael B. the Game Genie, Sir Sega, Billy Woods Mods, Ironic. This stream was delayed, wasn't it? I started about 2 minutes late, didn't I? I started about 2 minutes late. Meatball Saucy's here as well. Good to see you, Meatball. Hope everything is going well for you. Goofy Foot's here. Oh man, all my favorites are coming in. All my favorites coming in. All right, and Hobby Monsters here. Chad is here. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Let's go ahead. Let's go. I promised everyone we would keep this nice and short, so we got to give a big shout out to Mr. James Hates Everything, who decided to put out this community post on YouTube where he was talking about, hey guys, he actually pre-ordered one of these iconic arcade Street Fighter machines. I don't know if he pre-ordered the World Warrior or the Alpha Edition, right? But he pre-ordered one of these machines. So of course he's on their email list, and I've done my disclaimers, right? Oh, let me go right here. All right, there we go. Let's go back to full screen. Jeez, man. All right, so taking a peek here. Iconic Arcade sent out an email. Shipments delayed until now, December 17th. That's right. Apparently, what they were supposed to do was start collecting payments, I think, October 1st, which is like tomorrow. And these things were supposed to be shipping, right? Well, now it's been delayed. Okay, guys, I think we're back. I think we have some technical issues with Restream this morning. It kicked me off. Are we still live? Are we still live, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. I need to see somebody mention something in the chat. Are we live? It's so embarrassing. It was weird. It kicked me off. It said that we're off the air. All right. Let's go here. Let's get this off of here. Okay, we're still live. Okay, good. All right. I don't know what the fuck is going on, guys. Bear with me here. All right, so uh, man, maybe these companies are out to get me, man. They're trying to keep P-dubs off the air, you know, the leader of home arcade entertainment. They don't want this microphone in front of this sweet baritone voice, that's for sure. All right, guys, my apologies for that. I think we're fixed. Anyway, real quick, let's go back. Iconic Arcade, right? So these things, they're supposed to collect payments October 1st for people who pre-ordered. Looks like those are being delayed because there's no way they're going to collect your money now if they're not going to be shipping your product until December. Make sure you guys go to James Hates Everything and read through all these screenshots of this particular post. But basically, it says we're hoping to ship the product by December 17th. I remember it wasn't too long ago when they announced their last delay. It was on their Iconic Arcade Facebook page. Somebody mentioned, well, if it's delayed, when are we going to receive it? And I put up a meme. I put up a meme of the year 2026 in that comment thread, right? And it was kind of funny how I noticed some of the Iconic Arcade employees were ignoring my 2026 meme, but I genuinely meant it. Like, based upon what we know and where they've been and all the news and information that's come out, it really seemed like these cabinets weren't going to be in people's homes by the end of this year. It'd be nice if they were, but they're not going to be, right? So I put 2026 as a meme, and sure enough, here I am, proven right today. It's sad but true, right? Like they're saying December 17th, they're shipping. Does that mean shipping from the warehouse in the United States to you in your home, or does that mean, hey, we're finally getting these things on the boat from China in December, and hopefully they'll arrive by the end of December, right? Like it wasn't really exactly clear what it means. I'm going to assume these things will be on a boat heading from China on December 17th, just to play it safe. And then, of course, they got to get here, get unloaded, get transferred, get shipped to people's homes. Wouldn't shock me if you don't receive these until 2026. However, the email was very nicely worded. The email was very, very nicely worded with, hey, we apologize, blah, 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 all that typical corporate stuff. And if you want to cancel your orders and get a refund, you can, with instructions on how to do so. But, I mean, it's getting kind of silly. I understand that when you're launching whole new product lines, there could be delays and things like that. You know what I mean? And I get that. But also, it's also getting kind of silly, right? It's getting kind of silly. And what's funny too is, yeah, and Glenn's machine, that FU Multicade, isn't even set to ship to people until March of 2026. And yeah, that would crack me up if Glenn's machine gets out before some of these others. But Iconic Arcade delayed again. Does it make you want to cancel your order? Are you still hanging on for your Street Fighter Alphas, all that kinds of stuff? Looks like we've got some behind the scenes rumors going around about who's doing the emulation and stuff like that for Iconic Arcade. I'm still waiting on official confirmation. Again, I'm not going to just throw stuff out there that's a complete rumor that I have nothing that I can solidly back up. But the folks doing the emulation for Iconic Arcade would be actually, if they are going to do the emulation, I'm sorry, if they are the ones doing the emulation for Iconic Arcade, I think people would be kind of happy with that because they have a good track record. So we'll see if we can get that officially confirmed and report back when we do. But taking a peek here, switch it to something a little more positive before we get to the absolutely hilarious. So taking a peek here, guys. Word's been spreading. Man, I got all kinds of issues today. About Basic Fun and their arcade stores. So Basic Fun, I put a link for this in the video description below. One of their primary retailers, obviously, is going to be Amazon. I mean, that's where they've been selling so many of their products over the years, all their toys and dolls and action figures and cars and light bright machines and Barbie dolls and massive and also all their old arcade classics, mini arcade lines, all sold through Amazon. So you could expect Amazon to be carrying the bulk of their home arcade stuff that they got coming out. So they've updated their store. They've put some pretty pictures online, letting people know about their store. Let's see if we can go ahead and get this maximized, and hopefully you guys Paul Reese's doing the emulation. Paul Reese, 50% of the time we're correct, 50% of the time. All right, there you go. So anyway, so taking a look here, you got your lineup and stuff, and I think that's really cool. And it's good to see that there is something positive to say that, hey, we got another company coming out with various options. Here's that Tempest countercade, and actually, the more I look at it, the more I kind of want it. The more I kind of want it. But then again, we don't know much about it because all we have literally is this render, right? But for those of you who are interested in their upcoming products, they have this here. This is kind of more of a splash page. Like if you try to click on these, nothing opens yet. So I'm pretty sure once all the pre-orders and stuff are loaded and going live for these products, you'll actually be able to click in and get in here and stuff. And of course, they got their hype video for WrestleFest. By the way, nowhere on here do they mention the fact that they're missing three of the wrestlers from WrestleFest. So hopefully you all caught my video. About 20,000 people did, confirming that three of the wrestlers are missing from this game, but nowhere is that included in their product listing or anything. And then, of course, Return of the Jedi right here. This I found interesting because I think some people are going to get excited about this, and I think it's good to be clear on this, right? So when I look at this, this looks to me like what's going to be included on the Centipede cab, right? You got Centipede, Millipede, Liberator, Avalanche, and Breakout. So 5 games, right? And then over here on the WrestleFest cab, I think they organized this by what's on what machine, right? WrestleFest, Superstars, Big Pro Wrestling, Super Dodgeball, Dogfight, right? And then, of course, on the Atari, either on the Centipede cab or on that Atari, what are they? They're doing like a mashup one, right? The Supreme version. You're probably also going to have Tempest, Asteroids Deluxe, Crystal Castle, Major Havoc, Missile Command, Lunar Lander, Gravitar, blah blah blah. And then I saw Mortal Kombat right here, and I was like, oh my god! When people see this Mortal Kombat, they're going to think Mortal Kombat, like they're making a Mortal Kombat arcade. Maybe they will. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll make a Supreme Mortal Kombat. Maybe they will make an Ultra Mortal Kombat. But in my opinion, what this probably references, like these, is the fact that they, in Tetris, Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, these probably are all these things down here, right? Because these are all products that they've released before, including a Mortal Kombat handheld with an NES, with a cheap console ROM built in. And it was terrible. I reviewed that thing 6 years ago, and I was like, I'll probably never buy another basic fun arcade again. Here we are 6 years later, and they're actually doing some interesting stuff that I might spend money on. So I'm not expecting Mortal Kombat to be an actual arcade machine. It'd be cool if it happens, though, since they already have that relationship and they've made a handheld of Mortal Kombat. It'd be kind of cool if they did their own Mortal Kombat version to see what they come up with. But for now, I wouldn't assume this means that they're doing it. And Tetris 2, I don't think they're making a giant Tetris arcade machine. Odds are this is just referring to all the Tetris handhelds and things like that. And then, of course, you have Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and Star Wars all included there. So you could go ahead, hop in here. I put a link to this in the video description below. Whatchamacallit, what is nice about stuff like this being on Amazon is, guess what? People who refer and use Amazon affiliate links can get you Amazon affiliate links, and you could help support content creators who track down this information for you. So all you have to do is click a button to place an order. Costs you absolutely nothing. Commission rate on video games on Amazon is only 1%. Commission rate on toys and games is 3%. So just a heads up there. I've heard some misinformation, some turd running around saying that people make 10% off of machines off of Amazon, and that's not true, guys. So what's interesting is like these handhelds, it's how they get classified. So just to give you some behind the door transparency that no one else does, these handhelds right here, these are classified as video games. So the commission rate that Amazon would pay someone if you click on an affiliate link is 1%. So 1% would be how much, guys? 31 cents, 24 cents, 19 cents, 24 cents. That's your commission rate, right? Commission rate on Amazon for the arcade machines, I noticed when I clicked on, because they have a listing here for the WWE Ultra Series, the commission rate on these is there these are actually categorized under the toys and games category, and the commission rate is 3%. 3%. So, you know, if someone refers you here and it's, a $500 arcade machine, what is that? They might get 15 bucks. They might get 15 bucks. You know what I'm supposed to say? Like 15 bucks. And over here you might get 24 cents and crap like that. You know what I mean? The commission rate on these machines is not 10%. You know what I'm saying? Which would be like, let's just say it's a $500 arcade and someone refers you over to it, and you think they're going to get 50 bucks from Amazon if you buy it. No, no, you're not. They might get 10 to $15, especially with how taxes and all that work out. So I find that pretty hilarious. The only a dumb company would give 10% on commissions to influencers like at games. Anyway, I thought you guys might appreciate that transparency. But there you guys go. If I were you, if you're interested in this product line, I would go ahead and I would just, that link I gave you, save that as a favorite in your web browser. It's not an affiliate link. It's their web store on Amazon. So I don't get nothing if you click on that link. And that way you can save that as a favorite and, just check back and see whenever they have machines available. It'll probably be the primary place I buy their stuff when it comes out versus like Walmart and other retailers. I'll probably just get it off Amazon because I like the way Amazon works. All right, so taking a peek here, I got to give a massive shout out, and there's a link in the video description below for good old B Kong. B Kong here did a tour of the Arcade1Up booth. Arcade1Up made an appearance over at the Comic-Con, Los Angeles Comic-Con, I think. And links below. Make sure you guys check out his video, and big shout out to B Kong for doing this. What's funny is, Arcade1Up used to rent mega booths at CES and have like 30 machines there. They used to hire models, walking around in their cute pink shirts and tight jeans and their hair and makeup and glow up all done all nice to entice the nerds to come to the Arcade1Up booth. Like they used to go all out, right? And then this is what we get now. I mean, this setup is as bad as the setup that At Games brings to the Chicago Pinball Expo. It's a pretty poor presentation, But this is the new guy. This is Rob. Rob did all these. He did this interview with B, and it was nice that he was actually willing to talk to somebody from our community on YouTube. But you guys got to watch this video. You really need to watch this video that B put out because I don't want to ruin all the fun. But basically, Rob gave all the corporate speak, and when you go through it and you listen to it, there is no hope there. Like I have no idea what this guy's like, hey, the reason we went slim is because apartments in New York and LA are small. And guess what? Those apartments in New York and LA are small, and people wanted to be able to fit these machines in their homes, so we had to make them smaller. So two markets want smaller machines. What about the other major markets in the home? And also, who is your customer? Is your customer someone who lives in an apartment who's only going to buy one machine? Or is your customer going to be someone who's between the ages of 40 to 65 that owns a home with a basement or a den or a loft and is a collector? And, that's your target market, right? Like that's your market. People who are going to buy more than one of your product, but it seems like they just want to buy, oh, we got to make these smaller so one person can buy one machine, right? Like, it's weird. It's a really, really weird interview, some of the stuff that Rob says, right? And I understand he was doing a lot of corporate speak. And then, of course, hey, we're still working on licenses. We're still working on licenses. We're hoping we could reveal some stuff to you guys soon. Lots of stuff going on backstage, like all that stuff. But in my opinion, like this was probably the worst interview by an Arcade1Up employee in the history of Arcade1Up. You know what I mean? Like John D did great interviews and he did bad interviews where he, went too far, And then you also have Cyrus, who's just terrible, just absolutely terrible on camera, right? And then you get Rob out here. He's like their new director of social media interactions or something like that. And I appreciate the corporate speak and all that, but if you watch this interview, how can you come back and say, "Oh my God, they're back. They're still alive"? Like this really felt to me like, guys, we're at the long end of a short bridge. It was not pretty. So I mean, basically, he covered their deluxes and why they're making them skinnier, and oh, we might make bigger machines in the future again if the need is there, blah blah blah. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I think Arcade What Up. I mean, I think it's real. Like we've been saying for years, Arcade What Up is dead, right? Like for years, people have been running around saying that. Hell, people have been saying that since 2020. Here they are, 7 years later. There's still some life in them, but man, this is. I don't think they've ever been more on life support than they are right now, and they need to release a couple. They need to release a couple of cool. Yeah, my stream is disconnecting now. I'm having all kinds of issues with Restream. They need to release some cool stuff that people actually care about, and do it sooner than later. Yeah, they only had 6 cabs to bring. There you go. Uh, Arcade One Up is the. Let's go ahead and stop. So, guys, do me a favor. Make sure you watch that interview that B did. It's the first time Arcade One Up has said something publicly like this in a very, very long time. And make sure you guys check out B's video on that. They only had 6 cabs to bring. Yeah, man, they only had 6 things there. Pretty sad. It looked like an At Games booth. Like it really looked like an At Games booth, right? Man, don't you miss the good old days when Arcade One Up would have that 30-foot tall arcade machine? They'd have like 30, 40 some, maybe 40 freaking machines. They'd have a team of like 20 people working the convention. And it was a lot of fun back then, man. We had a lot of fun. And to see their fall from grace is pretty sad. It's pretty sad. But hey, other companies are coming in. They still think they can make a buck in this market and in this niche. And we'll see if that pays off for them as well. We just love arcade games here. What have me and my good friend Michael B always said? We just want cool shit. I don't care who makes it. We just want cool shit that's worth the money. So that's it. That's all I got for you. Interesting news items today. Sorry it took 24 minutes to get through this with the technical issues and my banter and all that kinds of stuff. But make sure you guys give me your feedback, reactions below. If you caught this on replay, before you leave a comment, scroll to the right and hit the hype button and give me some hype. I greatly appreciate it. It costs you nothing. Helps my small channel get exposed to the larger audience. You guys have been adding hype to my last couple of videos, and that has helped those videos take off. Thanks so much for doing that. Give me your thoughts, feedback, reactions below. Give us a thumbs up on the way out. And as always, my dudes, thank you for subscribing. We'll talk real soon.